Good afternoon, everyone. So this is Venkat here. So welcome back to the class. So Sonic will be joining in a few minutes. So I think we will start with the prayer and then. Okay, so we will start with the prayer and then we will listen to a beautiful chant by Swamiji. God, 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 and then we will go into energization exercises like we did last time. 39 exercises. We'll just do it in the sequence, and then we'll go into the 10 to 15 minutes meditation, and then we will start the class. So today is the second class, third class, basically on the spinal anatomy. It's a very interesting class, and we'll go deep into the chakras and deeper aspects of each and every chakra, and we will learn deeper into those chakras, especially on that. So that's the class today. So in case of any questions, anyway, in between we'll have question and answers. Like last week, you would have already practiced some affirmations, and if you have any questions, we can discuss after the meditation in the first half, and then we can go into the today's topic. So, okay, let's all sit up straight, and let's deeply gaze in the point between the eyebrows. Let's pray deeply to all the great gurus, to the divine for today's class, for their guidance and blessings for today's class. Let's pray now. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Friend Beloved God, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahari Ma Shaya, Swami Shikteshwar Ji, our beloved Guru Param Yogananda Ji, friend and guide Swami Kirananda Ji, saints and sages of all religion, we humbly bow to you all. May thy love shine for the sanctuary of our devotion. May we be able to awaken thy love in all hearts. Bless us, guide us for today's class, and let's our consciousness and awareness expand as we progress in this path. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now let's listen to a chant. It's a beautiful chant written by Swamiji. So this is from the album I Passed My Life as a Stranger. So let's listen to his voice here.
From the depths of slumber as I ascend the spiral stairways of wakefulness, I will whisper, whisper, God, God, God. Thou art the food, and when I break my fast of nightly separation from thee, I will taste thee and mentally say, God, God, God. No matter where I go, the spotlight of my mind will ever keep turning on thee, and in the battle din of activity, my silent war cry will be, God, God, God. When boisterous storms of trial shriek, and when worries howl at me, I will drown their noises loudly chanting, God, God, God. When my mind weaves dreams with threads of memories, on that magic cloth will I emboss, God, God, God. Every night in time of deepest sleep, when my peace dreams and calls Joy, joy, my joy comes singing evermore. God, God, God. In waking, eating, working, dreaming, sleeping, serving, meditating, chanting, divinely loving, my soul will constantly hum, unheard by any. God, God, God.
Okay, now maybe you can just do the energization exercises. Maybe you all can create some space around you, and let's practice.
Okay, sure. Okay, we can all stand and start practicing the energization exercises. So let's start with a prayer, energization prayer. O infinite spirit, recharge my body with a cosmic energy, my mind with a concentration, my soul with ever new joy. O eternal youth of body and mind, abide within me forever and forever. Om. Let's start with the first exercise, double breathing with palms touching. Tense when you go up, relax when you come down. Tense it will and relax and feel. Let's do a calf recharging 3 times, tensing when you go up, go and relax at the end 3 times. Ankle rotation on the left side, 3 times clockwise, 3 times anti-clockwise. Again on the right side, tense your calf, relax at the end. An ankle rotation, clockwise thrice, anti-clockwise thrice, and then calf and forearm recharging. Tense, will and relax and feel. Thigh and upper arm, tense and relax. Low, medium, high, and high, medium, low. Tense on the left side of your calf and forearm, thigh and upper arm. Calf and forearm, thigh and upper arm. Again on the right side, tense your calf and forearm, and thigh and upper arm. Tense and relax. Again, do one more time. Tense your calf and forearm, relax. Tense your thigh and upper arm. Let's do the last round. Tense again, calf and forearm, thigh and upper arm. Now let's do both sides. Tense on both sides. And tense your thigh and upper arm. Tense your calf and forearm. Relax, thigh and upper arm. Let's do one more round. Tense with will and relax and feel. Let's do the thigh and upper arm. Greater the will, the greater the flow of energy. That's very important to remember always when you do meditation exercise. Visualize this light is flowing as energy to the particular body part and it's getting recharged. Okay. Now back recharging, chest and buttock recharging. Let's do it. Tense your chest and buttock together on the left side and relax. Again on the right side, tense and relax. Left, tense and relax. And the right, tense and relax. The left, tense and relax. On the right, tense and relax. Now back recharging, you're just recharging, you're tensing your lower back, the left side, tense with low, medium, high, and relax with high, medium, low. On the right side, tense and relax. On the left again, tense and relax, lower back. Again on the right side, tense and relax. Again on the left side, tense and relax, lower back. The right side, tense and relax. Now your middle back, tense and relax. And again on the right side, tense and relax. Left, tense and relax. On the right, tense and relax. Left, tense and relax. On the right, tense and relax. Now your upper back, tense and relax. The left side, the right, tense and relax. The left, tense and relax. On the right, tense and relax. The left, tense and relax. On the right, tense and relax. Now your shoulder rotation, just keep your fingertips on the shoulders, rotate with full tension, clockwise and forward, 3 times, anti-clockwise, 3 times. For throat recharging, the front of your throat, tense and relax. Tense and relax. Tense and relax. On the left, tense and the right, tense. Left, tense and the right, tense. Left, tense on the right, tense. Now, neck recharging, just you're bringing back your neck with a full tension, double breath. And tense, and hold for a second and relax. Tense, neck recharging, and relax, and coming forward. Tense and relax. Neck rotation with a full tension, 3 times, clockwise, anti-clockwise, 3 times with the full tension, the small circles. Again, without tension, 3 times clockwise. Again, on the anti-clockwise, 3 times. Next, spinal recharging, basically lower back adjustment, just you're twisting your spine with a gentle twist. Thrice you can do, right? Spinal rotation, basically arching your spine, just bending forward, arching your spine at a full tension. Let's rotate 3 times clockwise and anti-clockwise. Spinal stretching side to side. Now, just let's keep our fist and let's keep it from the lower back and just push forward from the lower spine. Okay, now upper spinal twist. Just keep your hands and just move forward. Keep your heads focusing on your hands when you move back and come forward. Tense when you go back and relax when you come forward. Now, skull tapping. Just tap your skull in the front. Just do the affirmation, awake the sleeping saint. Awake the sleeping saint within you. Awake the sleeping saint within you. Front, back, sides, just keep tapping. Now, scalp massage. Just let's do a gentle massage. The scalp, moving the skin on the head. Front, left, right, the back. And on the top, everywhere. Just do a gentle massage. Next, let's take the 3 fingers and let's do a modular massage 3 times clockwise and anti-clockwise 3 times with the full tension for double breath. Let's bring back our neck. With the full tension, press back and relax. Let's do a couple of rounds. Modular massage. Let's do one more time. Now, biceps recharging. Basically, you're recharging your biceps. Just keep holding your hands. Left side of your biceps, tense and relax. Again, on the right side, tense and relax. On the left, tense and relax. Right side, tense and relax. Left side, tense and relax. Again, on the right side, tense and relax. And relax completely. Now, let's do a full tensing your entire body with a double breath. Tense and hold for a second. And relax. Let's do 20-part body recharging. Let's start tensing and relaxing individual body parts when I call out. First, let's not hold it. Let's tense and relax immediately. Let's tense left foot and relax. Again on the right foot, tense and relax. On the left calf, tense and relax. On the right calf, tense and relax. Left thigh, tense and relax. On the right thigh, tense and relax. On the lower abdomen, tense and relax. On the upper abdomen, tense and relax. The lower forearm, tense and relax. Right forearm, tense and relax. The left upper arm, tense and relax. The right upper arm, tense and relax. The left side of your chest, tense. The right side of your chest, tense. The front of your neck, tense. Left, right, and back of your neck. Let's do full tension and double breath. And relax. Let's hold the tension now when you're going up on these body parts one by one. And then let's release one by one once we go up and then come back. Okay, let's tense the left foot. Don't really release it. Again, on the tense the right foot, tense the left calf, hold it. Right, tense the right calf, hold it. Left thigh, right thigh, left buttock, right buttock, lower abdomen, upper abdomen, forearm, right, left, right, upper arm, left, right, left side of your chest, right side of your chest, front of your neck, left, right, back, and hold the entire tension. And slowly release from the neck, front, back, left side of your chest, right side of your chest, left side of your arm, right side of your arm, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, left buttock, left thigh, left calf, left toe, right toe. Let's do the full tension of the double breath. Entire body tense and relax. Now, weightlifting on the sides. Let's do a double breath. Double breathing with elbows touching. Now, weight pulling from the sides. Just do full tension with the small circles. Rotate your arms. And on the reverse. And weight pulling from the front. And finger recharging. The sides, left and right, the front, up, and relax. Now, fourth part, arm recharging. Basically, you're inhaling, exhaling, the double inhaling, and double exhalation. Let's do 3 rounds now. Now, single arm recharging, raising your arms, the double breath. From side to side. Now, walking in place, lift your knees as much as high possible and walk briskly on the same place. A lot of energy is going here from the body to the medulla. Now, running in place. And relax. Now, fencing. Let's keep our hands in the chest. Tense when you go forward. Relax when you come back. It's like you're pushing a heavy door. Now let's do a arm rotation in large circles. Now, stomach recharging, basically you're exhaling completely all the oxygen from your lungs, basically all your carbon dioxide, and completely bending forward and holding your stomach inside with a full tension. Hold your abdomen inside with a full tension for a few seconds and release. Now let's push our abdomen inside and out. Let's pump our abdomen inside and out. Just keep pumping and relax. Now let's do a abdomen rotation inside, clockwise and anti-clockwise. And relax. Now double breathing with palms touching. And now calf recharging, left side, tense when you go up and relax when you come back and relax. Now ankle rotation 3 times and again an anti-clockwise 3 times. So again calf recharging on the right side and ankle rotation and relax. Now hip recharging, just rotate your left side of your leg with a circle close to the floor, clockwise 3 times, anti-clockwise 3 times. And on the right side, hip recharging. Again, 3 times anti-clockwise. Let's hold our fist close to the chest and with the double breath, completely relax along with the breath and keep your hands moving forward. Slowly, gently, without tension. Inhale, bring back your hands close to the chest and exhale. Now let's deeply gaze the point between the eyebrows. Let's get interiorized. Feel the energy flow in our entire body. And let's experience that energy flow for a few seconds. Just standing in silence. And completely relax. Now open your eyes. Let's take our seats for the meditation. Okay, now let's do a few relaxation exercises, breathing exercises before the meditation. Let's tense the entire body and vibrate and throw the breath out. Okay, tense, 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 and throw the breath out. Let's do 2 more rounds. Tense the entire body and hold and vibrate and throw the breath out. Let's do 1 more round. Tense the entire body and throw the breath out. Now let's deeply gaze the point between the eyebrows. If you're sitting in a chair, just move back away from the chair. Keep your spine straight, chin parallel to the ground. Completely relax your shoulders. Keep your palms opened up. Junction between your thighs and abdomen. Open up your chest. Just completely relax your neck and spine. keep it straight. Keep your eyes fixed in the point between the eyebrows. And relax completely. Let's do a couple of rounds of measured breathing count. To count of 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do one more round. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Completely relax. Make sure your posture is right. Completely relax and just breathe normally. Don't control your breath. Breathe diaphragmatically. Just deeply gaze in the point between the eyebrows. Just keep watching your breath when you inhale and exhale through your nostrils. Feel the coolness of your breath when you inhale and feel the warmness when you exhale through the nostrils. Don't control your breath. Let it flow naturally. During your next inhalation, touch the mantra Om. And when you exhale, attach the mantra mentally, chant Sa. Om. Sa. Om. Sa. Deeply concentrate in the point between the eyebrows, the seat of willpower and concentration. Inhale, attach the mantra Om. When you exhale, attach the mantra Sa. Om. Om. Your mind wanders, bring back the attention to the breath and the mantra. Again and again, come back to the breath and the mantra. Bring back the focus to the breath and the mantra. Om. If you experience long pauses between inhalation and exhalation, that's absolutely natural. Just enjoy those experiences. If your breath becomes shallow, that's absolutely fine. Stillness is God. That's what Param Shivananaji said. Let's continue the meditation for another 10 minutes. Now let's keep the technical side. Let's keep the technical side mentally chanting Om Song, watching our breath. Let's be in inner silence for a few minutes. We're deeply gazing in the point between the eyebrows. Just deeply gaze there. And if you see a light, get absorbed into that. If you feel calmness, peace, love, any of these aspects of God, get absorbed into that. Let's be in silence, inner silence for a few minutes. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently open your eyes. Once again, I think thanks for joining today. Let's open up for a Q&A session now. If you guys have any question from the last, based on the last class we discussed on the affirmations, or if you have any doubts in the meditation technique, what we are practicing in the last few classes, you can just open up and you can just ask the questions. And Sonik has joined. Hey, Sonik, welcome.
Hi, Venkat. Hi, everyone.
So yeah, so there is a question I think Karthik is asking, due to some personal issues, I couldn't join the last week. So can we get this recording? Yeah, I think we have already shared the recording link the last week. I think it's available. We showed in the material section also. It is already there, so we can refer it. Any other questions anybody has? We'll be happy to help you out. Hey, Sonik.
Yeah, the question is like when you are doing the equal measured breathing, right? Like either 1 to 6 or maybe 1 to 4, 1 to 8. Somehow, I'm practicing, but somehow the inhalation is it's larger than the exhalation, and it is the same pattern is happening for last 7 days. I'm saying, so what should I do? Because when I count 1 to 6 or maybe 1 to 4, I'm gradually increasing. I always find that I'm running out of breath while exhaling, and because of this, sometimes my meditation focus goes away. I mainly focus on the counting. Why it is unequal, lot of things happen. So what should I?
See, meditation, you're not counting, right? When you're doing a meditation, you're not counting doing the measured breathing counting there. Meditation is just a free flow of the breath, whatever the natural flow, you're just continuing that. Only thing to keep our mind relaxed and focused, we are just starting with that measured breathing count. But it's natural, like what you're facing, even I faced in the beginning, because see, our breathing capacity, our lungs breathing capacity will slowly, gradually increase. Okay, that's why we will share you some of the after the class. I will share some of the pranayama techniques as well, and you can just practice those. There's a lot of videos in Ananda. If you go to Ananda Worldwide YouTube channel, a lot of such techniques are there to increase your breathing capacity. Okay? So initially, it will be the same. Everybody will face the same problem because the capacity will increase. So, for example, when I started, I used to start with a 4. Now I can go up to 14 or 15 also. I can go because I'm just practicing regularly, right? So it's all comes with the practice. So that's a natural thing. Don't worry about it. But don't mix with this even the measured breathing count with the meditation technique. Okay? That's very important. So whenever you go before the meditation, not only this relaxation, what we do regularly, if we have time, I'll just send you the links of the YouTube link. It's all very beautiful pranayama technique, which is already it's all practiced across all the different parts. So it's all a common pranayama techniques we practice. We already have very good videos on that. You can practice that few rounds and then you can slowly feel the difference actually. Okay? That will help you definitely. So we will share it after the class. I will share it the links. Okay.
And second thing, this keeping the chin parallel to ground. I've seen, I've seen if I'm doing a meditation, closed eye, trying to, focus on the spiritual eye. But many times I've seen that my chin generally doesn't be in parallel. It goes up, like it goes like,
Yeah.
kind of tangent. So whenever I open up my eyes, then I see that, okay, it has slanted. It is not parallel. So whether any kind of feedback or anything. So
Yeah. Sonic, you want to take this?
Yeah, I can take up this question. So the first question, there is another suggestion for your first question. So what you can do, because after doing those measured count breathing for a year, probably we don't have to do the counting. So in your material, there will be few guided meditation audios by Nash Swami Jyotish Ji. So he will do the counting for you in that guided meditation. So you can do it probably once a day. You can do the meditation with an audio from Nash Swami Jyotish Ji, whichever is there in your material. So that will take off the burden of counting from you, at least for one of the sessions. So you can do that. And the chin going up is something very natural, because the kundalini or the life force comes up, and the natural pull is like taking everything up, so it will make you look upwards, because that's the movement that is happening in deep spine, even if you are not feeling it. Always be aware, because if this is not relaxed, this will not be relaxed, your focus will not be relaxed. So spiritual experiences come from relaxing both your neck, your medulla, and your spiritual eye. And when it stabilizes, you'll have different experiences which your life is meant for. So it's better to, whenever you are aware that your chin is moving up, it's better to gently bring it down without much thought, and keep it parallel. Keeping it parallel will help in the long run, because I also faced the same issue initially. It will just go up, and there will be a slight pain after meditation. You might feel at the back of your neck. So just be aware, come back to your normal position, and maybe it just takes practice, like Hong
sure.
Saw.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anybody has any questions? So you can please ask.
Good afternoon, Venkat. I'm going to share.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
About 26th, you will
Yes.
say break or only meditation delay?
26th, Sonic, can you
Next
please?
will be you're telling.
Yeah, I think
Next
5th
week.
is the class, right? Yeah, next week. Yeah. Sonic, you can go.
Yeah, 26th, I think we don't have a class because we have a Kriya initiation. So your last class will be on 5th of March.
Okay. So 26 will be off.
Will be off, yeah.
Yes.
Any other questions, or we can continue up to 3:30 and then take a break. So if you are all okay, we can continue. I think Venkat would have said that today's topic goes a little bit into the chakras, so it will be interesting. At the same time, it will also cancel out few of the stronger opinions we might have with the chakras. Uh, so probably if you want to take a 5-minute break, just go to the washroom, come back. If you want to take a little water, we'll continue probably at 2:55.
Yeah, sure.
And if you have other questions, probably you can ask now. Venkat, is the voice coming out well?
Yes. Your voice is fine. Yes.
Yeah, I think the internet connection is a little bit dicey.
Yeah, I
So
think it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Ramesh,
yes,
here,
Ramesh.
see, our center is there at Kanakapura, right?
Yes.
Ananda Center is there.
Correct.
Now, having retired, I'm retired, and my friends also, they want to come and stay where they're doing for the Western preparation with yoga and all. They want to stay 1 week so that they can do the yoga also. So senior citizens or retired people, they want to come. That type of accommodation with yoga is available there, where you will be providing a hostel accommodation for food and.
No, actually, accommodation. Accommodation. You can just go for a seclusion. Maybe you can practice your meditation and sadhana, everything there. But there is no kind of any. See, the classes are all planned, right? Every class is planned. L2, L1, all these L3, all these classes are.
So this is online. We are taking from home.
Yeah, online, but soon we'll be starting.
Yes,
soon we'll be starting a face-to-face same way how we are doing in online. But that will be informed. But for seclusion, you can go and stay for 2 days on the Saturday, Sunday, or whichever day. But you need to get a pre-booking. You have to get an advanced appointment from the ashram, from Haridashi, Ramaji, Harish, and everybody. So with that approval, you can go and stay there. No, you can check with them. Even I'm not completely aware, but you can definitely go for a seclusion. So not a problem. So, but teaching face to face, yeah, you can talk to Harish. But teaching there, it's like face to face will happen like the same way we are having classes. But there is no kind of a in-person, like a one-to-one teaching kind of thing. It's not there. But you can go there and stay there and practice. You can meditate there in the temple. You can do everything there. So that's fine. So that's how we are currently following.
Yeah, I near Hebal.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, it will be there up to June. March it will go, but it will be the waves up to June. But because of the age and some health issues, people may not like to come and stay. But once they come there, they don't want to come back by night also. Right. At least minimum 3 days or 7 days.
Yeah, it should be there. Its option is there, but you can talk to Harish and you can just right, Sonik, if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I think Venkat, whatever Venkat mentioned, it makes sense. If we have a planned retreat for not Kriyavan specific, then probably they can take part in it. But I don't see anything which is open right now. So talk to Harish if they're having a retreat. Probably in future also they can come and stay for the retreat. So before this lockdown,
better to plan after June. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so hopefully everyone is there. I don't see the videos, but I assume everyone has come back. Yeah. Okay, so I'll start with a question. What is the so you have heard about many parts of yoga. So can you try answering what is the difference between hatha yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, and raja yoga? Raja yoga is of course the path we are following, Raja yoga or the royal yoga, but there are three, four other paths like hatha yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. So if anyone wants to give an answer or to this question, please do so.
See, if you take, shall I tell you? Whatever
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
please.
from, like
Yeah,
a story, the Raja is yoga done by the king. Okay. And the Bhakti yoga is the person who is praying in the entire hall where the king is there. And the Hatha yoga maybe by the prime minister or the minister. And one more thing I'm telling is Jnana yoga. Jnana yoga is with the brainstorming of pandits.
yeah.
Like that. So there are so many ways, but everybody doing in the hall, they are doing some unitedly they are doing one for the part of creation. That much. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Absolutely. So, um, so this is what how a devotee of master explained it to us. He said hatha yoga is something which where the devotee needs to now all these paths. Yoga means basically union with God, and all these paths lead to God finally. So he explained hatha yoga is something which Ramesh also rightly pointed out, where a devotee has to work on the physical aspect of the body, because you need to have a able spine, you need to have a strong at least a strong body or a healthy body to realize God. Otherwise it would be very difficult to actually do the higher techniques per se. So when the focus is on improving the physical self or the physical dimension, it counts as hatha yoga. And bhakti yoga is when you have to work on your heart feelings. You have to you have to become a devotee, and this is when bhakti yoga is the specific path. And jnana yoga is when you want to work on your mind. Mind constitutes of four elements, or three elements. So mind does have intellect, or the brain. It has mind is an element of its own. So when you have to work on your mind with your intellect. Buddhi is centered here. Mind is centered over the forehead. This is how Paramahansa Yogananda explained it. On the Sahasrara, basically the physical location or the astral location is the top of your head, and your ego is centered at the medulla oblongata. So this is when you have to work on the aspects of mind. Then Jnana Yoga becomes important. However, when you want to or are ready to go to your highest being or your higher being or higher plane of existence, then Raja Yoga becomes important for you. So four paths, four different routes, but all lead to God. Depends on what you need to work on on this birth. So coming from that, now we'll gradually and slowly come towards chakras. So this is a session on anatomy of yoga. I'd very much like all of us to go through the respective chapters in Art and Science of Raja Yoga book. If you can read the online materials, that's also good. So Swamiji always draws very beautiful analogies. He says a body, a car and a bike, which is almost daily used by us. We understand everything, but we understand very little of the mechanics work. What has to be done with the bike if it is not starting? What has to be done if the brakes are little bit loose, etc. We go to the mechanic and get it corrected. And he also says that a mother thinks that her son or daughter, since birth stays the same, like all our mothers expect that we are the same since our childhood when we were a baby in her arms. But over a course of lifetime, there could be very drastic changes to one's behavior, or one's, let's say, manifestation of the individual being. And lifetime changes can happen over an engineering college semester. I think some of you will agree with this. So the same thing happens with our physical bodies. We know little about the inner workings, and sometimes it becomes difficult to do the rework. And Swamiji tells about upward and downward experiences in the material realm, not in the spiritual realm. So any upward experience in the material realm, suppose you have a very good success in your job, in your college, whatever it is, you'll also have a downward flow, because that's the nature of Maya. If you become involved with the upward flow or the upward achievements, there will be something which will be opposite, and that will put you in depression, or not depression exactly, but that will be depressing as it was exhilarating. So the legend says that Brahma created the first wise man, and there was no Maya. Then he just created a man and separated him from himself, and that guy went, meditated, and merged all together, because he knew that he has to merge with God. And then Brahma thought about the world, and then Maya was introduced to keep us pulling towards away from spirituality. So everything, if you see, is dual. And let's say you have heat. It's a hot summer. You have a cold winter. For that, if you have pleasure in having something, then there is also pain. Let's take the example of ice cream. Eating ice cream is very pleasurable, but once you have a throat infection, it is also painful. But there is light, there is also darkness, and these things will have no impact if a man or a woman's thought are neutral. Even the gender, masculinity and femininity, are just opposite poles of duality, because the soul has to manifest in a limited form. Now, likes and dislikes are two elements. Someone likes winter, someone doesn't like winter. Let's say, for example, they involve a man's chitta. Chitta is something which is inside your spine, as the master said, at the back of your heart chakra, and it has all your past lives, likes, dislikes, etc. And it's it's kind of a zero sum game. So if you have a like towards something, you need to have balance it out by having a dislike. When people realize God and people become God realized saints, these souls would have dissolved the feelings at the chitta by the time they find God. So the need is to basically, you cannot work on everything from the outside. The need is to work inside, and that's when the chakras become important, because like us, like our chitta, they also have dual magnetic poles, plus and minus. Even let's say, for our spine, the positive pole is at the spiritual eye, and the negative pole is at the base of the spine, from which where the kundalini is basically stagnant, or it is inactive. Mm, Now, I saw the WhatsApp conversation late, which is probably on the Ida and Pingala Nadi, and it was a beautiful video, and I agree to what Harish said. But the Ida and Pingala Nadi, as described by Swamiji and all the masters, is kind of intertwined along the along the deep spine. So either starts from the left of the deep spine. It intertwines with all the chakras we have inside our body, and it ends at the medulla oblongata. And Pingala starts from the left of the spine, and it intertwines again with all the chakras, and it ends at the medulla. So basically, when you do the upward, when you do Hong Sau, there is an upward flow and there is a downward flow. So when there is upward flow, basically breath is drawn into your lungs, and mind is drawn into the senses. You get energy towards the senses, towards the eyes, towards the ears, everything, and it gets drawn towards materialism in an analogical manner. But when the energy descends the Pingala Nadi, what happens? Basically, you are rejecting the materialism. Breath is drawn out of lungs, and for that instant, the mind rejects materialism or existence. Uh, so that's why Master has said that the real work or real spiritual progress starts when you go into the deep spine, which is deep astral spine, which is Sushumna, because the coiled serpent or Kundalini or life force that remains there and that rises when you do more and more meditation, more and more kriya, more and more om technique, more and more hongsa, and it's basically the fulfillment, or it's the greatest key to divine enlightenment. It's called the female principle. It's treated as a goddess, and it comes up the spine through the chakras, and it basically it merges or tries to be united with the male aspect or the purusha aspect, which is there at the sahasrara chakra. Now, these techniques, whatever we teach, Master said that these techniques will not be sufficient to find God. The right attitude is the key. Like imagine a car, not the electric car, not the Tesla ones. Imagine a car without a driver, the usual traditional car without a driver, and it it doesn't have a goal where to go. So you need to drive that both humbly, both willfully, and with a lot of devotion in your heart. There are institutions which teach you Kundalini yoga, how to awaken Kundalini. What happens basically? A lot of people go there. They come slightly disoriented, because these forceful methods do raise the kundalini, but it can destroy the nervous system. This is what Swamiji said. It's like your spine is not ready for the current or the voltage you have activated at the base of your spine. Your entire spinal system needs to be able to take that. That's why most of the energization exercises you see, a lot of focus is on the spine. And when you get kriya, especially, there will be exercises or hatha yoga, the physical aspect of it, to make sure that your spine is ready to receive the blessing of kriya. And it is akin, if you are using a forceful method to awaken the kundalini, it's akin to passing a 10 kilo ampere current through usually a very thin copper, where it will just burn down the copper, where it will pass through it, but it will burn it down. And these are basically astral damages. The astral damages, in time they manifest as physical damages. So when you want to maintain the right attitudes, look at saints as examples. Basically, if you are becoming more self-giving, you are becoming more loving. If you are enjoying your inner freedom, and if you're able to do actions, perform actions impersonally, then that's the right way forward. Many of Some of the devotees don't have very great spiritual experiences, but I've seen a lot of them are very successful in the spiritual path, because they didn't there were no experiences to keep them holding that. Okay, you have that great astral experience now. You are doing great progress, but in time, in a period of 5-7 years, I think yeah, a lot of them made great progress. If you look at them, if you talk to them, especially some of the guru bhais I know, you'll realize that they have reached a higher being, and which is very joyful. Now, Yukteswar ji told about this path specifically as yoga means removal of 8 meannesses of the heart. So the 8 meannesses are hatred, shame, fear, grief, prejudice, condemnation, pride of pedigree, and very narrow sense of respectability. And when these meanness of the heart are dissolved, then the mahatvam quality, which is in Sanskrit, basically the magnanimity of the heart, manifests itself. So this is in short, base before we go into the chakras. So I'll start with the chakras, then we'll probably do a chakra meditation, and then you can take a break. So now let's come to the philosophy of chakras. Um, you have you how many of you have read? Give a thumbs up. How many of you have read the Hanuman Chalisa, or do remember a few lines out of it? Okay, so here there are siddhis and nidhis that Janaki Mata gives to her son Hanuman, and the truth is, the as basically the Kundalini rises through the different chakras, it specific developments take place in each of the chakras gradually and gradually till it's fully free or fully realized. And there is also an uplifting consciousness that reflects itself. If you look at the heart or the Anahata chakra, which is basically at the center of your heart, once the energy Kundalini or the life force passes through it, you'll feel a great love, and a complete awakening needs Kundalini, all the Kundalini energy to come together and pass through the deep spine to the Agya chakra and the Sahasrara chakra. Chakras are like spinal centers. They are tributaries of energy, basically. So rivers, tributaries, all the rivers go into the sea. So basically, chakras, they are the mingling point of tributary streams of energy that join the upward flow of Kundalini. Now, there is a chakra because it needs to be the energetic center to perform certain duties. Like the heart chakra is there for the physical functioning of the heart. It also controls the lungs, the chest, and the arms. So the astral energy needs to go before the physical energy manifests itself. So you would have read about. I'm forgetting the name. There is one woman saint who never eats anything, whom Yogananda ji met, and she said that there was a certain kriya that she used to do, and that's it. That's the source of energy. So basically, that energy came through the medulla oblongata, and it recharged all the chakras with the energy that is needed. So always the physical form is preceded by the astral form. In the partially awakened state, let's see, or the unawakened state, energy is drawn out of the chakras to perform various body functions. Like heart has to pump, it needs energy. So the energy from the heart chakra or the anahata chakra is drawn out. Your arms need to function. You have to work on your laptop mostly. So that needs the energy from the anahata chakra. The chest has to, the lungs has to function. But in deep meditation states, even the heart stops. If you say, doctors have pronounced Yoganandaji dead because he stopped his heart in with meditation. So, and what we are trying to do is basically because spiritual awakening needs all the energy of all the chakras. It cannot be diverted to the sense. So we are learning techniques in which we collect all the energy from the senses, pull them inwards towards the chakras, join it with the Kundalini energy, and take it upwards and inwards and upwards. And Kundalini master said that rests at the Muladhara chakra, which is the lowest point of your physical spine or your astral spine. Um, Proof of something happening in the chakras spiritually um, uh, also does come through specific astral sounds that you can hear through the right ear during meditation. So there is a technique in level 3 which is called Om technique, which you'll be focusing on the sounds of the chakras. But even in level 1, level 2, we had devotees who can hear the sound of flute. So basically flute sound comes from the second chakra, or the Swadhisthana chakra, or the sacral center. So I'll go through the physical locations of each of the chakras. Many of you might have known that, and the position, and uh, what are the nerves, physical nerves it operates, and the quality of the sound. If you hear a sound, just stay with it, keep it to yourself, go inwardly in it, because these sounds comes very differently to different souls. And it's good to enjoy that sound, then come back to your meditation. So the Muladhara chakra, or the coccyx center, is at the base of your spine. It's near the anus. The nerves which operate the Muladhara chakra basically operate the anus and the lower parts of your body, like the legs and thighs. The quality is basically earth, or it's said to be the center of Yama, or the don'ts of the parts. And the sound which comes, if perfectly heard, it's the sound of a bumblebee. And if it is heard imperfectly, then the sound is of a motor kind of thing. um, uh, uh, the location of the next chakra, which is the sacral center or the Swadhisthana chakra, is 1.5 inch above the Muladhara chakra, or above the base of your spine. It's basically at the back of the reproductive organ, and its function is to give energy to the reproductive organs to do their job. And the element which is associated with it is water. And it's also said to be the center of niyama, or do's of the path. And yama and niyama comes from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, and we'll talk about them in your level 3. The sound which, when perfectly heard, comes as the sound of a flute. If imperfectly heard, it comes as the sound of crickets, like you might have heard crickets at night. So a similar sound comes. The Manipura chakra, it's very easy, just at the back of the navel, in deep spine. It operates the digestive organs, stomach, pancreas, everything. The element associated with it is fire. It burns, and the quality, the highest quality, the positive quality associated with it is self-control. Mind you, there are two poles. It could be lack of self-control also. The sound which comes from the uh, Manipura chakra is the sound of a stringed instrument, or sitar. Um, the sitar, after you pluck the string, there is a sound of vibration. So, and mostly that sound will be heard. The next chakra is Anahata chakra, and it's called the dorsal center. It's opposite to heart inside the spine. It operates the heart, the lungs, and the chest, and your arms. The element associated with this chakra is air, and the highest quality is divine love. The sound which comes from a perfectly when perfectly heard is the sound of temple gongs or church gongs. The sound which comes after you basically go and give the respect at the temple or the church bells, basically that vibration, deep bell sound. The next chakra is cervical center, basically at the end of your throat, middle part. It operates the throat, the neck, and throat and neck. And this refers to the akasha element or the ether element, and the qualities with the ether element with this chakra basically comes to uh, calmness, expansion. The sound which is heard is sound of wind blowing, or the sound of let's say rushing waters. Um, this is the astral sound. You can hear that sound even with the ears closed. The next chakra is medulla oblongata at the base of your spine, base of your skull. This is basically the intake of prana or the nerve center. So this is the mother of all nerves. So all the nerves meet here medically. So if you go through medical guides about medulla oblongata, they will say that all the nerve systems end up here. So this is the control portion. This is also center of the ego, and this is also the negative pole of the spiritual eye. But again, it's important because the energy, cosmic energy, comes through here. The next chakra is the Agya chakra, the point between your eyebrows or Christ center. Here, the quality is divine joy or Om, and basically this Agya chakra is important for God realization. The next chakra is Sahasrara. If you read autobiography of a yogi, when Sister Gyanamata left the body, her top of her head was hot and the whole body was cold. So Master said that uh, she became a Paramukta, and she was a Jivan Mukta maybe many lifetimes ago. And this represents divine union. So the next time Gyanamataji is on Earth or any other planet, I think she will be in Avatar because she is a Paramukta. So these are the chakras. Any doubts on the locations of the chakras, or the things which we covered now, not on chakras in general? Um, yeah, everyone fine with the chakra locations? Any doubt, please ask.
Where is the location of that heart chakra?
At the center of your heart, opposite to the heart, inside the spine.
Okay, in the spine. It's like the line, no? Okay.
Every chakra is inside the spine, inside the
Yeah.
astral spine.
Because heart is located slightly away from spine. So
Yeah. Okay. So now, what I'll do will do two exercises. Two exercises. Let me open the music, and yeah. Give me a moment. So let's do a small pranayam, which is called Surya Veda pranayam. I'll maybe tell you what to do. Sit in meditative posture, spine straight, chin parallel to the ground, eyes closed. Don't close your eyes. Just listen to the instruction. Then we'll do it together. then you can use your hands like this. Now you have to take a deep inhalation towards the right. I'm just demonstrating. We'll do it together. You inhale through the right nostril. Now you have to press both the nostrils, put your chin against your chest, and chant Om, 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 Om mentally several times at your spiritual eye, till you are comfortable and till you need to exhale out. So when you exhale, basically you exhale it through your left nostril, keeping the right closed. This exercise typically can be done 3 times. And
once again, can you just repeat it?
yeah, I'll guide you. So you'll do it with me. I'm just explaining it. So this exercise will help you draw the energy into deep spine. So let's do together. Let's all sit in meditative posture, shoulder relaxed and a little back chest out, chin parallel to the ground, eyes gently uplifted at the spiritual eye. Sit relaxedly, and then close your eyes. Look at the spiritual eye. Take your fingers. Now close the left nostril and inhale through the right. Now close both your nostrils. Put your chin to the chest and at the spiritual eye. Mentally chant Om till you feel the necessity to exhale. Exhale. Now lift up your chin, open the left nostril, keep the right one closed, and exhale. Let's do it again. Close the left, inhale through the right, close both the nostrils, put your chin to the chest, looking at your spiritual eye, chant Om several times. Now lift your chin, open your left nostril, keeping the right closed, and exhale. Let's repeat. Inhale through the left, inhale through the right, keeping the left one closed. Close both the nostrils, put your chin to the chest, and mentally chant Om at your spiritual eye several times. Gently lift your chin and then open your left nostrils, keeping the right one closed, and exhale. Okay, now you can open your eyes, come back to this class. So this is an exercise which you can do before you meditate. So this is called Surya Veda Pranayama, and that's why I suggest you go through these chapters in Art and Science of Raja Yoga book. You may find out something which will be useful for you to bring your attention into deep spine, to increase your concentration and your focus. These are useful techniques, and I'm just giving an example, general example. Now what we'll do,
How many times we have to do this?
you can do it 3 times if you're meditating.
Yeah, one more question I have.
Yeah.
While exhaling through left nostril, can we inhale also? Because it will become very difficult.
Just do it for the extent of time you can hold on. So don't overdo it. So if you So when you exhale, basically comfortably exhale. Don't put pressure on yourself to match the timings that we demonstrated. Your times could be different, so you can do it with ease. So there should be no pressure on the breath. Don't hold your breath for a long time. Then you are comfortable.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other question? Okay. So let me share. A, so here, all of us can. So this is basically chanting Om at the chakras, and all of you hopefully are clear with the locations of your chakras. So if you have any doubts, you can ask, or I'll just let's do the oming at chakras then. I think it will be a good exercise before taking a break. Okay. So okay, I've just shared something so that you can see. You have to close your eyes when you do the Om at chakras.
Let's begin chanting Om at the chakras
Are you
now.
able to hear the sound?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll play it. You just follow along. Savitri Simpson is guiding this oming at chakras. So let's do it together with closed eyes.
First of all, put your attention in the first chakra right at the base of the spine. And we'll chant the musical note G below middle C. And as you chant Om, be sure that you say the full sound, A-U-M, especially the M at the end. Let it ring, an M sound. This helps to vibrate the chakra, open it, and give you an awareness of its feeling. So take a deep breath now, and as best you can, chant Om at the first chakra. Om. Now move your attention about 1.5 inches above it in the sacral center, the second chakra. Feel the chakras vibrating with prana, with life force. The third chakra just behind the navel. Now in the fourth chakra, the heart center, right in the middle of the chest. The fifth chakra in the lower part of your throat. The medulla oblongata, right at the base of your brain and the back of your head. And finally, the spiritual eye, the point between the eyebrows. Coming back down the spine now, place your attention at the spiritual eye, the point between the eyebrows. The medulla at the base of the brain. In the throat. the heart. In the stomach, remember to let the M sound ring and vibrate, especially in these lower chakras. Second chakra. First chakra at the base of the spine. Once again up the spine now, offering the energy of each chakra into the one above it. Second chakra, the sacral center. Third chakra. In the heart. The throat. The medulla oblongata in the base of the brain. And the spiritual eye, the point between the eyebrows. Put all your attention there. Once again downward. Fifth chakra. In the heart center. Third chakra. The sacral center. First chakra, the base of the spine. We'll go up the chakras now one more time, ending at the spiritual eye. Put all your attention now and energy into chanting Om, awakening these centers within you. First chakra. Second. Navel. Heart. Throat. Medulla. spiritual eye, the point between the eyebrows.
Let's sit in silence for 2 minutes, offering our energies at the spiritual eye to the masters, to Babaji, to Lahiri Mashe, to Sri Yukteswar Ji, to Yogananda Ji, to Jesus Christ, and to Swamiji. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Please gently open your eyes, come back to this class. Yeah. So it's 3:40. If there is some content, so I'll cover it. If you want to take a quick break or you have any doubts, you can share it. Hopefully all of you enjoyed the Om meditation with the music. So do take a quick break. Let's come back in 10 minutes. It's 3:40. We can assemble at 3:50. Or if you have doubts, you could probably ask now. I missed the class. Yeah. So Venkat.
Yes, yes, it will be available.
It will be available. So it might take 2 or 3 days because someone goes through the videos, edits it, and then uploads it. So it will be available by Monday or Tuesday.
Now, I have one doubt: is how is going to be the sequence now? So this the Om technique, what we are done now. So it's going to be after Hongsa or before Hongsa, or it is separately should be done.
Okay, so this is not Om technique. This is just chanting Om at the chakras. Om technique is going to be taught to you in level 3, which is entirely different from what you do. This is activating the chakras. You may choose to do the Oming at chakras or may not. So ideally it should be before your meditation. So before you do Hongso, ideally after doing all those relaxation exercises, doing the measured count breathing, you have to chant Om vocally. So you can do the Oming at chakras and then start with Hongso, or you can do it anytime you want and then sit in silence for some time. It's basically trying to activate your chakras through a very mentally psycho physical effort, coordinated effort. So
this is not a technique, just to stress that here.
Yeah, this is not a technique. So this is just Oming at chakras.
Right.
And one more thing is, before this we did some exercise, right? And right nostril inhale and chanting Om. So how is that sequence will be placed? So before this meditation exercise, and after that, the breathing, the pranayama, and after that it's going to be that, or
So there is no set order, but if you want to, if you like these two techniques, you can add them to your sequence. So basically, after energization exercise, probably you can do both of these techniques and go into meditation.
Okay.
So there is no set sequence for these two techniques, but it should be before meditation.
Okay.
You can get the audio in your course materials, but I think it will be a part of level 3 or level 4.
Yeah, the YouTube link is there, right, for this song.
I think there is some YouTube link. If Venkat can find, probably he
I can just
share.
share it.
Yeah.
But I one more small doubt maybe out of this. Either we do it Om or Yam, Lam, Vam, Ram, Hum, and Om, right? So because how that is going to be different from this chakras and this thing. Because I've been doing that previously, so that's why I just asked it.
Yeah, you can do that. Om is your highest reality from a vibratory point of view. So oming at chakras, I think, is something that master did with devotees, because Om is the final sound reality of sound vibration. That's how the once the spirit moved, God had to move to create this world, and the cosmic sound as a vibration came as Om. So Om is your highest reality, but there could be bija mantras for each of your chakras in other paths. So uh, Om is anyway the highest reality, so we do Om. We don't complicate it.
Okay.
Even even kriya also rests with Om, because that's the final divine mother aspect, with which you merge before going to the next realms.
Yeah. Sure. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take a little break. So this is from chapter 26 of Autobiography of a Yogi. So here Master says that you can read for yourself. Kriya Yoga is an instrument through which human evolution can be quickened. Sri Yukteswar explained to him and his Guru Bhais, and the ancient yogis discovered that the secret of cosmic consciousness is closely or intimately linked with the breath mastery. And this is basically India's unique contribution to this world in terms of spiritual knowledge, and the life force which is ordinarily maintained in performing the activities of the heart pump. This must be freed, so your heart must stop operating before you become calm and still to take the life force to meet at the spiritual life or divine realization. So next to the last class, we have Romaji. Will invite Romaji and Haridasji for 30 minutes to talk about level 3 and discipleship. Now, you can maybe for that period of time, please keep your videos on, because it's a blessing to see them, and it's a blessing for us also to see, also for them to see us. So it's something that has significance, and when they talk about their own discipleship, they have been disciples of Master for more than 50 years, and it's better if we keep our videos on completely during the last session. Yeah. So that's it. So I'll start with the other parts, which is basically about the anatomy of yoga. We'll talk about chakras. We talked about chakras, so now I'll talk a little bit about the differentiation between the chakras, and it no way is related to the astral sounds you can hear. It doesn't mean someone hears the astral sound of the cervical center or from this chakra, compared to a Muladhara chakra, that one is spiritually much more evolved. It doesn't mean that. This is around the qualities that manifest in this physical plane. So if you see see people. Some are worldly, some are more worldly, some are less worldly. Um, More worldly people or souls will have a lower spiritual center of gravity. That means they'll be centered mostly in the lower two chakras, which is earth, which represents earth, Muladhara chakra, and the sacral center, which represents water. Because the lower three chakras, starting from now, these are the negative qualities of the chakras. These are not the positive or spiritualizing qualities. So the lower three chakras relate to the material consciousness, and upper three chakras are representative of the spiritual consciousness in that manner. So it's mostly advised by Swamiji to move attention progressively towards and magnetically towards the higher and higher chakras. The trick that Swamiji said worked for many saints is keeping your attention at the Christ center during the whole time. It's okay if it wanders, come back to other things. You can just gently call it back like you do in Hong Saw, and just keep your attention at the Christ center or spiritual life. One technique which is useful, like in office, when we used to go to office, I used to take a little break here and there for 2-3 minutes and do Hong Saw or chant Om at the spiritual eye 3 times. Om through the chakras is kind of difficult, so you need to you can chant Om at you can do Oming at chakras like we did together, because that kind of vibrates the energy magnetically and takes it upwards. Because and whenever you do the Oming at chakras, make sure that if you complete a cycle, then make sure you complete another half of it to come towards your highest chakra. So it can be 1.5, 2.5, how many rounds are comfortable for you, but you always end at the Agya chakra. Now, Muladhara chakra, once energy is withdrawn or it becomes spiritualized, the yamas are realized, or the don'ts of the path, which we'll talk about in level 3 from the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Yamas are inwardly basically manifested. So the yamas are like non-injury or ahimsa. The other yama is so it's basically the don'ts of the path, and non-greed, and these could be like these could manifest as qualities. You could have heard many saints talking about how actors how animals, especially tigers and lions, they acted tame in front of a saint. Or this is basically the earth chakra or the Muladhara chakra becomes freed, and the ahimsa quality is truly manifested. Then the animal also becomes magnetically tamed by the state of realization of the saint. And let's say the second chakra, which this represents earth. So when it is freed or spiritualized, you have the yama of non-greed, or you don't have the lobha, that quality. And it also means in the highest sense that you don't identify yourself with the body. Once we don't identify ourselves with the body, we remember all our past lives, because we are not this, we are not that, and the past lives come as memories. So every saint during the spiritual realization process will get the complete account of all past lives that the specific soul had, a specific part of the super soul has lived through. Spiritual progress, something, it's not a very linear progress. It's not do A after, and after that do B, and after do that C, and you'll realize God. It takes much more than that. It takes a lot of devotion to even start realizing the highest manifestation or aspect of ourselves. And the general direction is kind of, the development will happen inwards and upwards. So you'll become more calm, will become will be less agitated by extreme situations, by failures, or by great successes, and you'll be content. We'll be content with whatever we get, and that doesn't mean that we'll lose aspirations, because spiritual realization is the highest aspiration that one can have as a human being, and that's basically the final perfection. um, at a state of final perfection, Swamiji says that there is no weakness to be found, and but the Kundalini has to pass through the Sushumna with the full force. So all these chakras must be in pulling energy inward, and it must enter the channel, Sushumna channel, to take it inward and upward. Now, however, some realization will come, like once a chakra is awakened, there will be elemental understanding that comes to the yogi, to the aspiring yogi, on the journey towards spiritual perfection. Now, there will be tests, because spiritual path, otherwise it would be very straightforward path, right? We have to battle with Maya, and it's Swamiji advises us not to succumb to temptations of pride when the awareness is there that you are feeling proud. So once you have the awareness that it is something which will not help you spiritually, then it's better not to succumb to that. So he took an example. I think Master took an example of Gandhiji. He said that tomorrow, if the laziest man, whom you find on this planet, says that from tomorrow onwards, I'll go and work hard, become a millionaire, then you will see this guy is doing something right. But if Gandhiji had said that leave this freedom struggle, I don't want to do any of this, I am going to become a billionaire, won't you say that this man probably was at a higher spiritual state, and if he's after money, then he's definitely falling in his consciousness, or your spiritual realization. So that way, once you are becoming aware of something which is probably wrong, don't just go into the temptation or the past habits of doing it. If you are getting angry, and being just try to control yourself, or maybe count back from, let's say, 10 to 1, or do something like that, so that you don't succumb to that karma again and again. It could be anger, it could be greed for food, it could be greed for money, whatever is there. So your master has said that we need to give our 100% effort. However, that 100% constitutes 25% of the spiritual realization. The next 25% will be helped by the guru or master, or one in our line of gurus through direct channels too, and the rest of the 50% is basically given by God. Now that means ideally 25 plus 50% belongs to the guru, who is God, which is 75%. So our part is to do 100% of our 25%. There is a question that many devotees ask, that why are we focusing on the Agya chakra rather than the Sahasrara chakra, which is the seat for divine union. Master said that the Sahasrara cannot be approached directly; it has to be approached through the Agya chakra, through prolonged meditation, through the spiritual eye. So once the spiritual eye manifests, it has to be, or you have to go through the spiritual eye and approach the Sahasrara chakra for spiritual union. But through Agya chakra, one becomes a Jivan Mukta, or freed while living, and that is something that all of us should aspire for. It's also very symbolic. Spiritual eye is represented by the sun, and the medulla oblongata, or the seat of ego, is represented by the moon in our solar system. And we cannot see the moon if we had no sun, because moon reflects sunlight, and that's how the moon becomes visible to us. So Master said that if you see Shiva, he wears a moon at his Sahasrara chakra. That is the complete merging of ego to with the spiritual eye, or the sun element of it, so, or the divine realization. So these things in especially Christianity, Hinduism, these are even Islam, these are very symbolic, especially the true religions, if which is there in the original books, which might have been lost through the ages. Now, the 6 spinal centers have actually are 12 in polarity, both positive and negative. So there are 12 zodiac signs, and 12 is a very important number. Now, if you could recollect what happened at the age of 12, what happened at the age of 24, what happened at the age of 36, or multiples of 12, you'd see a lot of acceleration in your spiritual being, in your material being. A lot of things happen, especially in those multiplier ages of 12. Now this spiritual progress can be accelerated by meditation. Many souls have become saints at 36, 48, 60s, 72. These are the specific ages in which souls achieve God realization too, because it's an important year and it completes the whole cycle around the zodiac. Kundalini rising through the Sushumna basically roasts, or it basically it removes the past sanskars. So that's why Kriya is an important tool. Hongso is an important tool in which the Kundalini naturally becomes aware, and it starts rising till it's perfected. So this is basically all I had to cover today, and we'll do a meditation round of meditation together, a Hongso for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Let's see, and then we can go through your questions, or if you have any questions on this, please free to ask.
I have only one thing, which is not about this class. So the 4th session will be about the Yama, Niyamas and balancing. Is it? Or it is going to be, because which is going to be on 5th of March.
Yama Niyamas are something I'm not able to recall. So Venkat,
This is what it has been given in the session. So they said 4 sessions, and the 4th sessions will be of Patanjali's eightfold
path and correct.
Yama, Niyamas,
okay,
and
science of spiritual progress. Yeah. I think that happens in the 4th session. Sorry.
Right.
I kind of confused with it with
level
3.
Okay, sorry.
Level 3, because that was the last level I took, so I kind of confused with it. But yeah.
Level 4. The last class will be like you said.
The 4th class of level 2 basically will cover Yamas, Niyamas, science of spiritual progress, and some general awareness things which Master prescribed to have a balanced living for the spiritual progress through meditation. Yeah.
So is that in the 4th session, since Romaji is also coming and this thing? So you said, right? So it will be as an can also be attended from the ashram?
They are coming on video for 30 minutes, for the last 30 minutes. So if you go to the ashram, probably they have to connect to this Zoom session. Maybe check with Harish once if they can mirror it there. So
okay.
I think it will be
tomorrow.
better.
I will check with Harish tomorrow, and
yeah, but it's on 5th March, so it's after the week. And I'll confirm with Romaji because sometimes they are not available, and if they are taking a level 4 or a Kriya review class, then they may not be available. Yeah, there would be a Kriya review class, right, Venkat? After the Kriya
Yeah, I
Diksha
think
to
this
the new.
time, yeah, this time they're having a review immediately after the.
Okay.
On
So
Sunday, it is going to be there,
Mostly
26th and 27th. It's going to be there as a level 4 Kriya initiation and review next day itself. That's what I heard from
No,
Harish.
immediately there will be a review. So 12 o'clock, 10:30 to 12 is the Kriya initiation, and only the people who have completed level 4 is allowed to be there. And then 1:30 is
I
the review
Oh no,
immediately.
I'm talking about 5th March, so the last
Yeah,
class. So it's
right.
better if you attend online. In anyway, they are coming online, so they would be joining from the laptop or the
Right.
computer.
That
Yeah,
that will be better, I think. You can join.
I think that will be safer. Yeah, if you want to meet, you can you can go on a Sunday and meet them at a satsang.
No, I've been there every week Sunday, so
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I've been seeing them.
I I miss the food for a long time. Arya. It's been
Okay.
since lockdown. The food is really good.
And it's very good different experience when you have that the group meditation with Roma ji and Harida. So that's entirely
Yeah,
different feel. Yeah. So
yeah, yeah. Agree.
Definitely.
Completely agree.
I think we all
thanks.
are missing for some time. Yeah.
So we'll go into let's say 5 minutes, 10 minutes of Hong Song. So let's all sit straight, keep our bodies relaxed. If there is some tension in any of your body part, especially the calves, the back of your knees, or your chest, gently release it. It's sometimes useful to visualize blue light or empty space filling in the regions where you have a leftover tension. And let's all relax our body. Let's start with a prayer. Divine Mother, may thy love shine forever on the sanctuary of my devotion, and may I be able to awaken thy love in other hearts. Om. So let's all tense and vibrate our bodies with the double inhalation and double exhalation 3 times. 2 more times. Let's do the measured count breathing, no tension. Just inhale up to a count of 8. Hold and exhale up to a count of 8. Inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale. Again, inhale, hold, exhale. Take a deep breath and exhale 3 times through the nose and mouth. And with the next breath, you can add the mantra of Hong and Saw to the incoming and outgoing breath. Now, as the breath comes in naturally of its own, chant Hong mentally at the spiritual eye for the duration of the inhalation. And as the breath goes out of its own, chant Saw for the duration of exhalation. If you want to add the index finger movement, you can do that. When you chant Hong, the index finger comes towards the thumb, and when you chant So, the index finger moves away from the thumb, and very small movements. Hong and So. Mind wanders, gently bring it back to the spiritual eye. Attention at the point between the eyebrows, awareness of the breath moving in and out through the nostrils initially, and gradually try to grow up the nostrils as if the breath is coming in and out higher and higher from the spiritual eye itself. Keep your chin parallel to the ground in a very relaxed state. And the awareness of your breathing as if the breath, the short breaths now, the shallow breaths are coming in and out of your spiritual eye. Gradually, the breaths become shallow, or you will have short inhalations and exhalations. And there will be gaps between the inhalations and exhalations. Just enjoy those gaps. These are moments of breathlessness, which can be increased further. And so let your breath flow very naturally, very shallowly, very slowly. Now let go of the practice of Hamsa. At the spiritual eye, whatever aspect of God is coming to you, light, sound, peace, calmness, joy, love, wisdom, or power, tune in to that aspect. Immerse yourself from your spiritual eye into this peace or light which you are feeling or seeing. Visualize Master's eyes or Paramahansa Yogananda's eyes as he is looking into your eyes. Recall that face from Autobiography of a Yogi. Look deeply into those eyes. Be extremely relaxed. Gaze into those eyes of Master. Convey to him from your spiritual eye, mentally, through the eyes. Reveal thyself, reveal thyself, reveal thyself. Keep looking into the eyes of Yogananda ji and try to feel his response at your heart center. And through Yogananda ji, your master, think of anyone in need for healing or your prayers. Or if there is no one, just imagine the whole world being blessed through Master's eyes. Let's all pray together. Divine Mother, thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all these Jai children. Manifest thy healing presence in all bodies, in all minds, and in all souls. Sub our palms together. Open our palms. Let's send 3 ohms from the heart chakra. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently, you can open your eyes, come back to this class. If there are any questions, feel free to ask, else we can call it a day.
After meditation, generally it is quite it's one of the important time, right? Like we have to sit quiet after meditation. I'm saying. So, what may be the best practices? You can just share. I believe it was there in the part one, but sometimes I abruptly, take off or after completing the meditation.
So the best practice is to sit silence, sit in silence. Remember use guru's eyes, because God is in a human person and is in an avatar. Or remember Master Swamiji's eyes, maybe Babaji's eyes, whomever you feel close to. Look into those eyes and pray to him. Don't talk. Try to listen to him through your heart chakra. Yeah, more or less trying to also merge with the aspect you're feeling. If you're feeling peaceful, try to merge with that feeling through your spiritual life. You're seeing light, just look at the light, because that's where the highest states will come from. And you don't have to do anything basically while sitting in silence. You just have to merge and expand yourself from your heart. So the technique per se is to let go of all techniques. So Venkat always says, let go of the techniques and just focus on whatever you are feeling. So the best practice is to let go of everything, and whatever you are feeling, just try to just feel that aspect.
Sure. Thank
Does
you.
it answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Thank
And,
you.
yeah, one thing I want to add is, once you sit in silence, maybe once you feel that, okay, I think so. It's always recommended to sit in silence for longer duration. So not only for Hongsa, even after you take Kriya, also they will say as long as you sit in the silence, it's like it's very important. After one point, maybe once you feel okay,
I think Venkat, did we? His Venkat froze, I think. All of you can hear me, right? Or yeah, I think there is some problem with the internet connection for Venkat. Kind of. Okay, so once he comes back, he can probably talk about it. What he was talking about. Um Meanwhile, if there are other doubts, if you want to ask, please feel free to. Any other doubts regarding techniques, regarding the chapter, regarding the content of the chakras that we went through today?
One point is there. It is not a question. It's just a suggestion. I was looking for that Raya Yoga book is so thick. By seeing that only, sometimes I get it overwhelmed. Like where to start and where to end. So any specific way to address that particular book, or it is what is recommended, like go chapter by chapter, because it is quite thick. Like
So how do you use the dictionary?
specific, if I have any word, if I'm searching for a meaning.
So exactly. So if it is too overwhelming, I think it's better to use the things which we covered in our course, and then add on the other exercises or other techniques. You may not need to go through everything, but there might be specific hatha yoga techniques which might help your body as it is. So it is very specific. So the solution is very general, the exercises are general, so solving for all issues. But do look at them. As we started, you can refer to those techniques, and then probably you can build on that. So you have a base which we taught, and then you can add on one or two techniques, probably every 3 months or something like that. And it will be useful because you'll keep referring to it even after getting kriya, because there are advanced techniques that are still in the Raja Yoga book which you don't need to cover now. So just keep it as a reference, and you can use it like a dictionary, like you explained. Venkat, you
Sorry,
kind
I
of
got just dropped. Yeah, I just
yeah.
reconnected. Some network issue. So I think you covered what to say. So all right, that's practice that. So in case of anything you want to do anything, just always just visualize in the spiritual eye and just transmit your will, the willpower and thought, whatever you want to accomplish, and just feel the response every day. You can just keep during the meditation. You can ask for whatever you want in your life, and that's another way to practice the power of meditation. What we are gaining. That's what I just want to add. So
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so prayers can be offered for others. Initially, maybe it could be for yourself, but for your own spiritual growth rather than material things. If you need something material which will help you in your spiritual progress, that is useful. So you can do that, but keep that discussion pending with master. Don't say that I want a specific car or a specific job, specific project. Just say give me the best I can, which is best which is for me. But uh, I want a new thing because yeah, because I am facing troubles with the present. So you can do that after sitting in silence. You can pray. The other thing which is a good thing to do, I think some devotees do it, is you can memorize Samadhi poem by Paramahansa Yogananda, and you can basically chant the entire poem at your spiritual eye after sitting in silence. So that's a powerful way of connecting to God. So I think during level 2 only I'd memorized the Samadhi poem, and I practiced it every day while going to office or maybe after meditation. So yeah, you can do that.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, or we can close at the right time today? Okay. No doubt. So see you on 5th of March. Next we can do practice whatever we shared with you, and let's come back to March 5th, the last session, where we'll cover the Yoga Sutras, some parts of the Yoga Sutras, and yeah. Om Guru, have a good rest of the
Good rest
weekend, everyone.
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you so much for
Thank you.
joining.
Bye.